I have discovered this amazing technique that I wanted to share with all of you that has totally helped me to manage my anxiety and get myself under control in those circumstances where I just freak out. So I hope that this will help some of you who also suffer with anxiety and you just don't know what to do with it. You don't want to take pills. You don't want to get hooked on any kind of pharmaceutical. Anyway, this technique has totally helped me for the last month, and I just wanted to come and share it with you guys, and maybe it will be helpful for you as well. So the first thing that I do is feel it. Like when you have anxiety, it's in your body physically somewhere. I never thought of it that way before. I always just thought, oh, anxiety is just bad thoughts. But I have learned that anxiety is a feeling, and feelings are located. This is the important part. So I learned to locate the anxiety in my body. I had to stop and say, where in my body do I feel the anxiety? And then I would like, oh, it's in my heart, it's in my chest. Like I'd have like panicky, or I'd have like kind of a panic attack like sensation here, like right at the base of the breastbone. That's where I feel it. I have learned that anxiety is located, for me, it may be different for you, but for me, I feel it in my chest. And sometimes it goes down into my stomach, solar plexus area, and it feels like butterflies, or my heart starts racing and I get like short of breath, like a little bit. I'm exaggerating, but I located it. It's in my chest and or stomach. Okay, so that's step one. You have to locate it. Like, where is it? It's energy. It's just energy. And so the second thing that I do once I've located it, I know where the energy is, I take my attention to that energy. So for example, if it's in my chest, I will turn my attention and my awareness to my chest region where I can feel the energy. I feel this energy, and then I tell myself, I accept it. So the problem with anxiety is that once we feel it, we push it away and we resist it. We don't want the anxiety. So when I locate it, I feel it in my chest, I've located it, and instead of resisting it or rejecting it, I accept it. I have learned to take the energy and I just accept it. I tell myself, okay, I accept you. I am going to sit with it, because remember, the things that we resist, they will persist. So if we push something away really hard, it will work just as hard to stay and to come back. With every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So you push the anxiety away, it will push harder back at you. So I stopped and I learned to just accept the energy and to embrace it, as weird as that sounds. So I freak out, but then I'm like, I'm not gonna resist it as if it's bad or push it away as if it should go away. I accept it. I embrace it. And this is the other thing. If you feel the anxiety in your stomach, or like butterflies in your stomach, or you freak out, there's actually an energetic cord area there. You leak energy out of your solar plexus, which is right where your stomach is. So if you feel the butterflies in your stomach, that is energy. That's literally energy sitting there. When we resist it, there's like an energetic emission point where we leak out a lot of energy on every single human being right in the solar plexus. When you have anxiety, if you resist and you reject the energy, you're going to push it out of your body and it goes out of the solar plexus. Hence, you become a magnet for entities. And anxiety is a beautiful thing to entities, because they will see that you have butterflies in your stomach, which is a ton of energy, and you're leaking it out of your solar plexus right in your belly. And the entities will come and suck off of it. They love it because you're letting it go. You're resisting it. You don't take the energy into yourself. You are rejecting it, therefore emitting it from your solar plexus, and the entities will come and they'll suck and they feed off of you, literally, like demons demon possession. It's just, in a way, they're like feeding off of your body. If you are rejecting the energy, you're not embracing it into yourself, you are leaking it and you're giving it away. And if there happens to be a dark spirit or entity in the area, they will come and have lunch and dinner off of you. So if you're in a constant state of fear, also is the same thing, and anxiety, you're leaking because you don't want that energy, you reject it, and they come and suck off of you. So this is just something to be aware of, why we need to accept our anxiety and pull it back into us. Accept it, embrace it. I'm keeping my energy. I am not going to leak it anymore and spill it out of my solar plexus or even heart. Even out of the heart, it is a major energy center. Keep spilling it out, they're going to come and feed off of you. So step number 2 is accept the anxiety. Embrace it. Draw that energy back into you. Feel it. Experience it. I'd say, okay, I accept it. And you have to do this over and over and over again. It's a tool. This isn't going to happen once. This is a skill that you develop and you strengthen. Like you strengthen your muscles, you strengthen this skill. And you have to keep doing it to get better at it. And you're going to fail a lot in the beginning. But you go back. No, I accept. Step number 3, you transform and move the energy once you've accepted it. So I accept my anxiety. Now, what are you going to do with it, right? Just sit there? No. You have to understand that this energy is just energy. You have to transform it into something that will be useful to you for whatever you're doing at the time. So you take this energy, you transform it into something that will serve you for your greatest good, and you move the energy. I happen to be going through a top-down spiritual awakening right now, so my energies have gone from the crown and down. They've kind of stopped in my solar plexus and sacral chakra right now. So for me, it's very useful to move my anxiety energy down to the root chakra. For those of you who don't know what the root chakra is, it's the ball of energy that's the base of our spine at the very bottom. It's responsible for fight or flight, for money making, for security, for very basic survival aspects of living. So anyway, I take the energy from my solar or heart area and I will consciously visualize, and I move it down to the sacral, and I move it down visually into the root area, and I just move it down. I say this energy is going to go down, and then I kind of squeeze my root chakra. Women, if you do Kegel exercises, you can kind of squeeze like the vaginal area, and men, it's like the area between your butthole and the testicles, kind of that area. Sorry to be graphic, that's the root chakra. It's nothing to be ashamed of. I don't know why people are. Anyway, so you squeeze it. I just kind of squeeze that root chakra area to make sure like I feel the anxiety and make sure it goes down into the root chakra. And then I will kind of squeeze the root, and I'll imagine and visualize the energy going from my heart or solar area down into the root and kind of hold it there. And then when I'm in the root area, I'll even take the energy and visualize in my mind that ball of energy going down my legs into the ground, and then further grounding that energy down to the core of planet Earth. So wherever your attention goes, the energy flows. This is the truth. If any of you have practiced Qigong, you'll actually learn to feel that these energies you're visualizing are actually very real, and you can move them in your body. It's just not like a mental exercise. This is very real, and it strengthens and develops with practice. Same thing with Kriya Yoga. You just visualize all this energy rotating through your body, but after a while, I can actually feel it. I can feel it rotating, and it's very real, perceptible energy. So what I'm talking about isn't just a woo-wah, psychosomatic technique. It's very real, and it works. The 4th step that you can use to harness and move the energy. So maybe you've had a bottom-up spiritual awakening and you don't have enough energy up in the heart or up in the crown, it's totally up to you. So for example, if I'm at work and I'm having anxiety, which is the case all the time, which is why I've learned to get really good at this technique the last month, we know the root chakra is responsible for work and for money making, for security. And I ask myself, why the hell am I at work? I don't want to be here. I hate my job, right? But then I think of the truth of the situation. I'm at my work for survival, for security. I need money. And so I'm like, well, my anxiety is in the heart and the solar plexus. What the F is it doing there? I'm not even using the energy in the right spot. So I think, well, the root chakra is responsible for work. So let's put that energy where it will serve me best for the activity that I'm doing. And so I take it and I move the energy from the heart or the stomach and put it down into the root, which the root is responsible for work. So the energy is now in the work center, the making money center, and I ground it there to fuel the energy center that I actually need it for. And it really, really helps. I do so much better at my job when I move the anxiety down and I keep it in the root chakra, just keep it there by my mental awareness and focus and attention down into the root chakra and hold it there. And I keep it there until the anxiety goes away, and it goes away. And I'm not saying this is fun or it feels good, but it's a technique that works and it's drug-free, and I love that. So, for example, if you're having an activity or if you're involved with an activity where it's social and you're not at work, well, you don't really need the root chakra. It might help you to take that anxiety and move it up into the heart chakra and focus on the heart, because the heart chakra is responsible for connecting to other people. And so you may want to move it up, put it in your heart, think about it, and then you may also want to move it up into your third eye so you can have appropriate thoughts, so you can really think about your anxiety. Is my anxiety helpful? Is this reasonable anxiety? So if you move it from your butterflies, or if it is in your heart and you're freaking out, move it up into the third eye. Say, let me think about this, because the third eye is responsible for thoughts, and let's be logical. Let's think about my anxiety. Is it helpful? Is it reasonable? And so those are things you can do to move the energy to a chakra that will help you for the situation or activity that you're involved with at the current time when you have the anxiety. So please think about that. It helps me a lot. When you have anxiety, well, what's the situation? Does it relate to work? Does it relate to pleasure, which is the sacral chakra? Does it relate to something physical where I gotta move and be on my game? That's the solar, chakra. Do I need to connect with people? That would be the heart chakra. Am I nervous about something mental? Wherever you feel the anxiety, that's where it needs to move from. But I think universally speaking, it's always good to ground the energy, to send wherever it's at down into the center of the earth and keep it there. And when the anxiety comes back, reshift the attention and send it back down. The anxiety comes back, redirect the attention and send it back down. And this has been extremely helpful for me, and I've been wanting to share this with you guys for some time in hopes that it will make your life much better too. All right. Thank you so much for everyone who subscribed and your thumbs up. I totally appreciate it. Have an awesome day.
Stay on the road wherever you go. Stay on the road, band up you will go. Stay on the way, whatever they say. They can't hurt you, they won't